Burton at home. Mark, really good job on Tuesday night, and presumably you just want the boys to go and follow it up now.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a good couple of weeks. We've got into the group what we needed to. We've given a couple of breather, and I think that was vitally important because we have a small squad. Some of them are just picking themselves and playing week in, week out, and every minute. The likes of McGlashan, Pack, Elliott. So it was important that they had a breather. The boys did a fantastic job against Yates, a professional job against Yates, and then we went down to Gillingham, which everyone knew it was going to be a tough game, but we coped really well, and we've got to be of exactly the same mindset on Saturday. It's not going to be easy. They're not going to come and roll over for us, as they're proving. They're only 3 points behind us in the table, and it might be a war of attrition. It might be that we have to keep persevering, and the crowd have to stick behind us, because no one's going to come and lie down for us, unfortunately.
Is it one of those games where you have to match the intensity of what you achieved on Tuesday night?
Yeah, we have to just keep playing how we're playing. We are improving all the time. Our performances are getting better and better, and hopefully that can stand us in good stead. I'm going to stress to my players is their performance levels have been really good, and we've got to keep that going. Whether we don't want the reaction where you've just played the best team in the division and given them a really good game and got a really good point, and you don't want to come down off the intensity that we managed to play at.
And you mentioned they're getting better and better when you're on the sort of run that you are on at the moment, and then presumably you still feel there's more to come.
There's definitely more to come. I think we can improve in a few areas. Just there's always room for improvement, always, and the players must never think there isn't. We've got a good group, and we've just got to keep doing what we're doing.
And how do they respond to that? Because obviously that's pretty demanding, but it's the only way it can be,
isn't
it?
Yeah. We have to be demanding of each other. We come in, we have a bit of fun, but we work hard on the training ground at the right time. We lighten it. We look after players. We feel we don't ask everything of them all the time. We manage players, and then hopefully they repay that on a Saturday and a Tuesday night, and so far so this season they've done that.
And by looking after players, you get more out of them in the long run, don't you?
Yeah, and I don't mean being soft with players. I don't mean giving people days off and stuff like that. I mean our work's, we know what we're doing 2 weeks in advance, even more normally, and then we know the intensity we want to get from each session. Sometimes it's a tactical session, sometimes it's a work session, and we just try and. We had a long journey home. The coach got back to Wadden Road nearly 2 o'clock on Tuesday night, so it was a late one. Burton probably had the same one if they travelled back last night. So it's about recovery and then recuperation and making sure that come Saturday 3 o'clock we're as ready as we possibly can be.
Burton obviously beat Plymouth on Wednesday night. What are the reports you've heard back?
I've seen nothing from last night yet. I sent somebody down last night for me. I saw him. I've seen him 3 or 4 times live this season already. I think Gary and Kevin Summerfield are doing a great job there. I think they've recruited really well. There's some really good players to the squad, and Zola's a massive threat for them. You've got to be aware of that. They've got other threats as well. We know that, but Zola seems to be a big player for them. We've got to deal with it, but we've got to play our stuff as well, and be a big test, but one we can certainly handle.
And when you've both had long away journeys, can the extra 24 hours really make a difference?
Well, we'll see Saturday. We like I said, we're just doing everything we can to make sure our preparation's spot on, and if that means one or two down the pool today recovering, one or two, or most of them will be on the grass. We just, we tailor our sessions to suit certain individuals at certain times, and that won't change.
Will it be a big ask for Darren Carter to go out and play another 90 minutes?
No, I don't think so. He'll come Saturday he'll be ready. He came out of the game really well. I thought he was terrific in the game. I thought his work rate, his closing down, and some of his quality on the ball was particularly first half was outstanding. And it was good to have him back.
Any injury worries?
No, I don't think so. Obviously Lawson won't be available. We'll have an update from him and from Reading this afternoon. I think the physios are speaking again, but he won't be available for Saturday. Apart from that, I think we're looking at a clean bill of health and pick the best from the best squad we can.
Thank you. Good luck.
Do you envisage any changes, Mark, because they did so well the other night?
We'll have a look, John. We'll see how one or two are. I said no injuries, but we've got one or two bumps and bruises. Do we change it after the effort that the players in? I don't know what I'll do yet, but this time tomorrow we'll all be clearer. If I make changes, it'll be for the right reasons. If I don't, then the team who performed so well on Tuesday night, I've got to go and do it again.
Yeah, you'll have played with some teams with some good centre-half partnerships and also managed them. But these two, the lack of goals that have been going in since they've got back together, what do you think makes them such a good partnership?
Their understanding, their leadership, they're wholehearted players. I think Stevie Elliott's been magnificent for us this season, and I think I saw some stats where Alan Bennett's record of because he didn't miss a game for us last year, but I think we've certainly benefited when he's been in the side this year by the looks of his stats.
Yeah, and they both played nearly every game last year. I think Steve had a little calf, didn't he? But apart from that, they were both very consistent last year. So
they're decent. People think sometimes that their legs have gone. I spoke to Martin after the game on Saturday and on Tuesday night, and they certainly didn't think that. They certainly knew, that they thought they might be able to sort of work them. But they stood to everything that they threw at them, and they'll keep doing it. Benno's 30, Stevie's 34. They're getting on, but they know their time of day on the football pitch. They're true warriors for what we're about. We've got some people who get on the ball, people who can play, but we've also got some real men in the squad.
Yeah,
and none more so than those two.
Lots been said about Billy Jones's deliveries, but have you been particularly pleased with his defensive performances as well?
I think Billy's been an outstanding all season, to be honest. I think he's just a steady 8 out of 10 every week. I don't think he comes off the pitch. I think he could go again because he just looks so fit and so strong and so what's the word I'm looking for? Just unflustered. He doesn't get in positions where he can get done too often. If you're maybe thinking, a quick winger's going to rip him apart, but they don't. And he's competitive. I knew he was a good footballer. I knew he could play. I'd seen him, many times and had good reports about him as well. But I didn't know how good he was. Some of the passes that he makes into midfield and into strikers and deliveries from set pieces. Really glad we managed to get him.
Yeah, you're still just a little bit further ahead on points than you were this time last year, but obviously you had such a great run up to Christmas, didn't you, last year? So it's something to aim for, to emulate.
Yeah, of course it is. We always knew that every game in the league's tough. We knew that, but we also knew that the month of November was particularly tough. Some of the games that we have, we just got to get through it. Last year was last year. It's about this year's point total, and we're just, like I said Tuesday night, we're going to try and close the gap and stay with Gillingham and see where we go from there.
Yeah, with the cup as well this month, do you think it could play a big part in how the season pans out?
Yeah, definitely, of course. They're all big games. You can't take them lightly. And this week, we've gone from the league leaders and we're playing a team who people think, well, it's only Burton, but far from it. They're having a cracking season. 3 points behind us. And that says it all. That's what our approach has to be. Our approach has to be, this is another tough game, and we've got to do everything we can to try and win.
Yep. Okay. Cheers, Matt.
Okay.
Pleasure.